P6.
Good morning. Can you verify your name? Okay, I'm Officer Johnny. I'll conduct your naturalization interview today. Follow me, please. Have a seat, please. I'm good. How about you? All right. Please show me your paperwork, including your appointment notice, your permanent resident card, and ID. Now, I need to take a picture and collect your fingerprints. Can you look at the camera in front of you? Perfect. Please place your left index finger on the finger scanner right there. Now, put your right index finger on, please. Thank you. Looks good. We've just completed a preliminary process before the interview. Now, we'll start the interview, but before doing it, I need to place you under oath. Could you stand up and raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please sit down. Do you understand what it means to take an oath? Good. How do you feel today? You can take a deep breath. Well, I'm going to begin the civics test. If you have any questions, please just let me know, okay? What does the Constitution do? Great. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? When do we celebrate Independence Day? How many U.S. senators are there? What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Excellent, you passed the civics test. You did a good job. I'll move on to the English test. Please read aloud a sentence on the tablet for me. Next, I will read a sentence and want you to write it down on the tablet. Do you understand? Canada is to the north of the United States. You read and wrote sentences correctly. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces if the law requires it? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Can you define oath of allegiance? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? What does owe mean? Please tell me your full legal name. Is that also the name on your Social Security card? Have you had other names? Include nicknames, aliases, and maiden name. Okay. Have you ever changed your name since birth? Do you want me to change your name during the naturalization process? Is that the name you requested your name change on your N400 application? You became a permanent resident through your sister? Your sister sponsored your green card, right? When did you get your green card? In which country were you born? What is your date of birth? What's your Social Security number? Do you currently live with your sister? What's your phone number? Are your parents U.S. citizens? Where do your parents live now? What's your current address? Sure. And on what date did you move to that address? You lived at 7301 Crestmont Road, New Orleans, 70126, before you moved to that address. Is that correct? I'm going to update your address right now. Please give me a minute. The system is very slow today. How long have you lived at that address? What are the other addresses you've lived in the last 5 years? Do you have a passport with you right now? All right. During the last 5 years, have you taken any trips outside the U.S.? When did you leave and when did you return? You went to Costa Rica? Did you go on vacation or for other purposes? How about the other trips? Were you outside the U.S. for over 6 months on these trips? On your application, you stated the first trip you were outside the U.S. 151 days. Is there a reason to stay that long? Okay. When did you leave the U.S. on this trip? Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on the tax return since you got your green card? Have you ever persecuted, either directly or indirectly, any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Do you understand the question? Do you understand what persecute means? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any immigration official or any official of the U.S. Armed Forces, for any reason? Is that a speeding ticket? Did you already pay off the fine? And how much was the fine? All right. Are you currently working? Have you changed your job since you applied for the U.S. citizenship test? Where do you currently work? What is your occupation? How long have you worked there? You worked there since February 18th, 2021? Where did you work before? Where else have you worked in the past 5 years? Please tell me your marital status. Your spouse has been married 2 times, correct? Is this your first marriage? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? What's your spouse's date of birth? You currently live with your spouse? What is your spouse's country of birth? Do you have any children? What are your children's legal names? Do you remember your children's dates of birth? Are both of your children U.S. citizens? Do you have any other children, like adopted children? Do you file taxes on time every year since you became a permanent resident? Have you ever voted in the U.S.? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to anyone, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to anyone? Were you ever involved in killing or trying to kill someone? All right. Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Good. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or did you otherwise ever serve in prison or jail? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with a terrorist organization? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed on probation, or been paroled? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Your application is updated. Please review it and double-check your new name if it's correct. Let me know if you need to correct something. Great. Please move to the last page and sign. In order to become a U.S. citizen, you need to sign one more thing that you agree to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States. Please make sure you understand all words to the oath of allegiance and then sign at the bottom. Congratulations! You deserve to be a U.S. citizen. You're welcome. We'll send you the paperwork to let you know when and where you should take the oath of allegiance. Make sure to check your mail and attend your oath ceremony in time. No problem. Do you have any questions? Great. Please follow me. I'll walk you out.